A loud explosion in an I-20 Hyundai car that ripped through the heart of Old Delhi right near the Red Fort, and a marathon investigation that is now underway. Let's break that down for you. For that blast that shook the national capital on the evening of the 10th of November, killing 10 people. And the NIA has now been handed over the probe. The National Investigation Agency is now going to be carrying out its investigation into the Red Fort blast and explosion. NIA has directed to carry out the probe, the Red Fort car blast, with the Ministry of Home Affairs now transferring the investigation to the National Investigation Agency. This is the latest major development as the MHA has transferred the probe to the NIA, and the NIA has been directed to conduct a thorough probe and file a report as soon as possible. Haryana DGP O.P. Singh, he said that search operations are meanwhile underway at the entire Al-Falah University campus. The same university campus where Dr. Umar, Dr. Shaheen Shahid, they were all faculty members in direct contact with the youngsters over there. Several suspects are being questioned, and the investigations will continue into whether the lab facilities, the laboratory facilities at the Al-Falah University were being used to muster and rummage up these advanced explosives. The DGP of Haryana has informed that the entire police team is extending full cooperation to Delhi Police's special cell and the central agencies, already working in tandem with the J&K police. And whenever Delhi police shares any information, Haryana police immediately joins the raids. The scope of the investigation is not limited to Faridabad alone. The DGP has made it quite clear. Search operations are being carried out in other parts of Haryana, because let's not forget Dhauj, where another cache of explosives and arms was recovered, was about an hour and a half away from Faridabad. It's on the outskirts of Faridabad rather. All of this based on intelligence leads. The entire state has been placed on high alert. Meanwhile, officers from the Delhi Police Crime Branch are conducting search operations at the Al-Falah University. Police have detained 8 people, and they are continuing to probe whether the labs at the university used RDX or advanced explosive synthesis. Investigators confirmed that Dr. Umar, the suspected suicide attacker in the Red Fort blast, taught and was part of the faculty members at the Al-Falah University. Another arrested accused, Dr. Shaheen Shahid, was also a faculty member there. The image of Dr. Shaheen Shahid, accessed by News9 exclusively even as the raids continue in Faridabad and the adjoining areas. She was tasked with setting up the women's wing and recruitment arm of the Jaish terror module in India. Dr. Shaheen Shahid, the woman, was arrested by Faridabad police based on the tip-off from Mujammil, who had allowed his car to be used to hide an AK-47 rifle. Mastermind Dr. Umar's sister-in-law. She earlier spoke to News9 exclusively and told us that he had called his mother last Friday, asking her not to disturb him with repeated calls because he would be spending a few days busy in the library. And she adds that the police took Umar's mother into custody early this morning as part of the ongoing investigation. The mobiles and the laptops have also been seized. Well, my colleague Shweta Kothari, Deepak and Nivriti all join us from various parts of the national capital region, and of course from on the ground, because boots are clearly deployed right there in Faridabad as well. Let's bring you the latest. Shweta, let me come to you real quick. What's happening on the ground in terms of the probe that is now continuously widening? The crackdown is intensifying. We're learning of more explosives that might have been recovered as well. But Al-Falah seems to be, the university seems to be this breeding ground now, where it might be that the laboratories were used to rummage and muster up these advanced explosives. So what are you picking up from your sources from the ground? Over to you, Shweta.
Right. So, Kabir, we are here, of course, at the heart of and at the center of that blast. Just a few meters from now is about 18 hours ago when that blast shook, Red Fort area, the Lal Killa area, as well as the conscience of, people here in the national capital. For the longest time, we thought this area is impenetrable and is not vulnerable to the extent that we saw yesterday. Just about 18 hours ago, 8 people died when Dr. Umar Muhammad, whose role is now increasingly coming to light, blew himself up in his car, which is now supposedly identified as a Hyundai i20 car. He was moving at a slow speed at an intersection. He decided to blow the car up. We are still trying to identify and, ascertain the whereabouts of the other people who were in the car. The police is saying there were about 3 to 4 people in the car. But, suspected role of Al-Falah University now increasingly coming to light. As you pointed out, Dr. Umar was in fact a faculty member. He was a trained doctor. Along with him, Shaheen, who set up a cell there in Al-Falah University, as well as a close aide. Muzammil is now thought to be or are expected to be and are believed to be the main conspirators of the Red Fort blast here in the national capital. All three, all 2 of them have been detained. Umar Muhammad, of course, blew himself up, and so the forensics investigation is now trying to identify whether his DNA matches the person who blew up inside the car, and the other DNAs, of course, of the people who were in that car. As you pointed out, the investigation is widening now. It's not just about Delhi police, it's the NIA which has officially now taken over the investigation. It will take some time to ascertain really what transpired, but we're joining the dots now. Up until yesterday, what was thought to be an explosion that one could not identify, the cause of which was unknown, is today known. We now know ammonium nitrate was found in large quantities just a couple of hours ago yesterday.
My apologies for interjecting. We're getting live visuals of Dr. Shaheen Shahid's residence in Lucknow is what we're learning. This is Dr. Shaheen Shahid's residence in Lucknow, a crackdown and raid that's going to take place over here as well. All the cops and the police and the media personnel right there. And the cops trying to ascertain and understand what really is happening over here, who are the people that are living in this particular flat. This is in Lucknow, we've been told. Dr. Shaheen Shahid's exclusive image on your screens. The lady who was also part of the faculty member, closely associated with Dr. Umar, with Muzammil as well, and was also arrested for heading and spearheading the Jaish-e-Mohammed's women's recruitment wing here in the country, in India. My colleagues Nivriti and Deepak also continue to be with me here on the broadcast. Deepak, when we're talking about the car ownership front, why were there so many challenges? Because the ownership transfer seems to be, all over the place. We don't really know when the car went off the records, when it went off the books. 2015, it suddenly disappeared. And on the 29th of October, we now have CCTV visuals of that car getting a pollution check done after, after Tariq from Pulwama bought it. He could be very well in that car, in that CCTV footage as well. So let's focus on the car ownership bit as well. What kind of challenges came through and why such a shoddy paperwork for that I-20 car? Clearly an easy target for carrying out an attack like this.
That's right, Kabir, and the white I-20 that exploded has emerged as the key piece of evidence in this entire matter. And the police say that the car changed hands several times across Ukla, Ambala, Faridabad, and even Pulwama in Kashmir. And the previous owner has been detained for questioning. The CCTV footage obtained by the investigators also show a lone occupant, possibly a suicide bomber, moments before the explosion as well. And this particular car has changed hands multiple times. And what we understand in the aftermath, or rather during the investigation, is that forged documents were also presented. Now, what we need to understand is that the suspects, especially like Dr. Mohammed Umar Mohammed, Tariq and Amir, are under intense scrutiny. In fact, like you mentioned, Kabir, Dr. Mohammed Umar might have been, completely, killed in that explosion. And all of them are believed to have links with Pakistan-backed terror outfits. And the NIA, which is working with the state and central intelligence units, has also launched a multi-state manhunt across Delhi, NCR, Haryana, like you just mentioned, and Lucknow as well, where they have now reached house of one Dr. Shahina, who was also part of this entire module. Now, following the handover of this particular case to the NIA, security has been further tightened across the national capital region as well. Airports, metro stations, government buildings, and even heritage sites are on high alert. In fact, the Delhi government also has given out an order for hybrid, education for the students as well to ensure their safety. And the ministry, on the other hand, has also directed all states to enhance border checks and even keep interstate movement under very, very close watch, Kabir.